All right, happy Wednesday, guys. Just going over some announcements. Again, this today, 4:30 class. Make sure you guys sign up. There's a half an hour window, so don't miss that. Make sure you sign up before that 4 o'clock deadline. And then on the Friday, we get that 11:45 a.m. class, so don't forget to sign up for that as well. Last thing, if you have any items that you need to pick up, let us know. Email this guy right here, elaren@crossfitwaterloo.com, and he'll arrange a time for you to come pick up your items so that we can start cleaning up the facility. Other than that, guys, let's get straight to the workout. Pass it over to Eddie.
Okay, so AMRAP 20, we're working a little bit longer today. You got two movements that are going to be more, let's call it strength bias. You got your strict handstand push-up, it's only 3, so this is a good day to work on whether it's the volume or whether it's that consistency to that range of motion that you're working on. Or today is also the day that maybe you go from dive bomber to your first 2 matted handstand push-ups since it's only 3, okay? So that is a strength builder. Those pistols, it's kind of taking a break from them, see if you still got them, but it is also, because of that break, it is also always a strength builder, okay? Of the glutes, of that stability, of that unilateral kind of movement, so that single-sided movement, guys. So it's an intricate movement. So on these 2 movements, if it slows you down just slightly, that's fine, that's cool. Today's that kind of day where you're working on that. With that said, the next other 2 movements, hang cleans and box jump over. Shouldn't have to be thinking about it too much. Challenge yourself as always, but you should be able to rep those out a little bit quicker. Okay, so our movements today: 3 strict handstand push-up, strength bias; 6 hang cleans, speed, power; pistol squats, strength bias; box jump over, speed, power. Okay, kind of follow. We're doing 12 of those. Okay. Now, if you have barbell, weight that we were suggesting today is 155, 105. So big boy pants on today. Trying to make all those 6 unbroken at a little bit higher weight if it's possible and available to you. If it's not, guys, find those objects, use those objects that you have, okay? If you have a dumbbell, kettlebell, 3 and 3. So 6 total, still 3 and 3, okay? Again, 12, 20 minutes, because there's 2 minutes slower, 2 movements that might slow things down. Think about this is gonna take you maybe 2.5 minutes per round, okay? So with that said, you're really working towards finishing 8 rounds, okay? If the weights are not available to you, or the progression are not available to you, this one might be easier to go through it a little bit quicker. So let's say +8, okay, for those that have the lighter objects at home. Okay, I'm gonna pass it back to Yash for the afterburner.
All right, guys, so after all those pistol squats, I'm probably gonna be feeling pretty sore. So we're gonna go for that pigeon stretch, 60 seconds on both sides. Once we finish that pigeon stretch, we're gonna go into some strengthening of the gluteus. So we're gonna strengthen the glutes in that position, so we stretch them out. Then we're gonna try to make sure we're strong in those end ranges of motion after we do the stretch. So you guys see that later on in the videos. We'll see you guys next for the warm-up.
Okay, warm up here today, a little bit different. You guys want to take the first 3 minutes to get that heart rate going, guys. You're gonna pick 3 movements. Of those 3 movements, you want to transition quickly, so think about what the 3 movements are going to be, okay? Because the first minute, let's say you're skipping, okay, for a minute. If you don't have a skipping rope, feel free to do a minute of jumping jacks. But when that minute is done, you're transitioning over to a box. Say this is a box, step up. So stepping up, stepping down, stepping up, stepping down. If you don't have a box or an object to step onto, then feel free to go into a lunge where you're lunging down for that minute. As soon as that minute is expiring, then you want to switch over to that box jump over, okay? So those 3 minutes of work are to get that heart rate going. It's a dynamic kind of stretch and for your heart rate, guys. So make sure that the movements are comfortable, Nothing feels tight, nothing feels achy, guys. Just kind of warm up with it, but the 3 minutes are running quickly, okay, and sequentially, guys. So it's not 1 minute, take a break, next minute, no. Do the 3 minutes in a row. Once the 3 minutes are done, then you're going into the second component of the warm-up, where now we're gonna warm up your movements for the workout and warm up the positions. So you're gonna do 3 rounds of a 10-second handstand hold. So you're gonna kick up to that wall. When you're up there, you're gonna hold it, make sure you're not arching, okay? Make sure your bum's not touching the wall, legs are straight, squeeze those heels together. After the 10-second hold, you're going into that negative handstand. So, rolling down, rolling out of it, coming back up, going into your next one where you're controlling that negative, so elbow position, you're tucking your chin, keeping your body nice and tight on those negatives. Going for 3 of those. When you're done the 3, you're then going for 5 Bulgarian squats. So I got this bench here, guys. You can place the laces or curl the toes, depending on your flexibility, okay? You're gonna get the nice length in your lunge to allow for almost a vertical shin. If it's possible, stay vertical. If it's not possible, try to keep it as vertical as possible. If you're long in your lunge and you feel stretched, you've gone too long, so bring it back a little bit. If you bring it back too much, your knees going forward, you gotta go out a little bit wider or longer, okay? So find that optimal position. From there, guys, you're gonna do a tempo squat, or tempo Bulgarian squat, where you're going to go down, taking 4 seconds, hold that bottom position for another 4 seconds, shoot up as quick as you can, reset, regain balance, reposition your feet if you need to. So hold in the top position for 4 seconds before you repeat that. In that tempo squat, you're trying to keep your balance, you're trying to activate the hamstring, trying to activate those glutes, get that core fired up. You're gonna be doing 5 Bulgarian squat on the one side, and then 5 or more on the other side. Key here today, guys, is that tempo, 4 seconds down, pausing for 4 seconds, drive up as quick as you can, reset for 4 seconds before you go into your next one. Okay, 3 rounds total, guys, for the second part. Yash will show you the the movement standards for the workout today, guys.
All right, so we're here for the movements for the workout. AMRAP 20, starting off with 3 strict handstand push-ups. So we went over some of those negatives, as Eddie mentioned prior to the warm-up. If you guys want to use strict handstand push-ups for the workout today, you can. You can also do some dive bombers as well, a good strength building tool. So for those dive bombers, I want to see you go wide with those feet, hands closer to your body than you would for a push-up. And then from here, guys, you're just going to try to drop that head in front of your hands, bringing the head in front of the hands, and then pushing your head through the window, through the hands. Really try to get the head in front. Make sure you guys are focusing on that as you're bringing your elbows in. Think about the same mechanics again for your strict handstand push-ups, whether you're using 1 mat, 2 mats for that workout. Again, it's a strength piece, so either go with the dive bomber or go with that strict handstand push-up against the wall. Next movement is that hang clean. So if you have a barbell, you could use some of the same movement mechanics we do with the dumbbell here. So I'm going to demo with the dumbbell, but same idea is with the barbell. You want to think about getting into that hang position. So you're using a dumbbell or kettlebell, think about that item coming down to at least knee height here. From here, you're going to think about driving hard through the legs, keeping those knees in line, those heels, so we can get as much lever through those hips. As that dumbbell comes up, we're going to bend through the elbow, keep it nice and close to the body. Front rack position from there, and we're only catching it in that power position. So the hips are back, we're not catching the squat position. Hips back, make sure those hips aren't falling forward. Once we're here, stand it up, then you're going to bring it back down and then switch to go to the opposite side. So, or you can do 3 on one side, 3 on the opposite side. Up to you how you want to break that up. Same idea goes with those hang cleans. Again, same position you want to hit. Keep that bar nice and close to the body. After those hang cleans, we have those pistol squats. So we have 9 pistol squats. If you have pistols, it's good. Let's keep them up for the workout. If you're not going to be doing pistol squats, we can do some progressions prior to that. So we can think about going for those skater squats. So bringing that back leg back as slow as possible. Thinking about trying to get the shin to the floor first. So coming down. Driving up through that front foot. It's a good body weight option you guys can use. Another option would be to just do some reverse lunges if you're still working on that single leg strength. Or you can use some weight to add to your reverse lunge as well. Since again, this is a strength piece, we want to strengthen those legs. It's okay if you guys use some weight and do reverse lunges for the workout as well. So use an option here that you think will help you with the strength aspect of the pistol here, whether it be doing the actual pistol or doing some reverse lunges to strengthen your legs. After those 9 reps, we're going to go for 12 box jump overs. So box jump overs, just pretend that's a box right in front of me. So you can use your dumbbell or any object, or if you have a box, use your box. Make sure you're trying to clear that object so you can jump all the way over. This is more of that speed and power component, as Eddie mentioned. We want to be nice and fast to get our heart rate up with this movement. Make sure whatever item you use, you fully clear it every time. So don't big to something too big that you're not able to clear it. You can use anything as simple as a dumbbell, or you can actually use a box for the workout. Enjoy the workout, guys. 20 minutes, a good one. Bunch of movements here, but try to keep that pace consistent entire time. See you guys next for the afterburner.
You hopefully you had a good workout, got that done under 15 minutes. Now it's time to cool off and get some glute stretching and activation. So starting off with the pigeon pose here, guys. We're gonna go for 60 seconds aside. You're actually gonna start in that high plank, so that push position. He's gonna drive his knee up towards his wrist. His heel is in line, in his case, in line with his knee. Now, if you don't have that flexibility, that's fine. You can lower that heel down a bit. I know sometimes myself, if I have my heel a little higher, I create a little bit of impingement in my hip, so I gotta find that right position to not feel that impingement. So play around with it based on your flexibility. You're trying to stretch out the glute on that side. 2, you're also trying to stretch out your hip flexor by bringing your hip towards the floor or towards your heel. By doing that, you're stretching the hip flexor. You can get a little bit deeper in your stretch by dropping down towards your elbows or the floor, which again, it will intensify your stretch a little bit more. And if that's available to you, go right ahead. You're hanging out there for a minute total, so maybe you don't start there, you work up to that, okay? After you've done that for 1 minute, you're gonna do the other side for 1 minute, okay? Once you've completed both sides, then you're gonna go into your glute, hip stretch, and activation. So find yourself a spot on the wall. You're gonna cross over. So one heel's on the wall. You're gonna cross over. Then you're gonna lower your hips down towards the floor. As you lower your hips down to the floor, you're stretching the glute there. So while you're stretching the glute, you're gonna create some activation. So what we wanna see today is you're gonna push your knee down towards the wall, okay, which gets a little bit deeper stretch in your glute. Do that for about 10 seconds. Then you're gonna bring your knee in, where you gotta use your adductor to bring it up and in to activate that muscle. Hold that for about 10 seconds. You're gonna repeat that back and forth, about 10 seconds each position for a total of 1 minute before you switch sides. So again, this is not just a stretch. You are stretching your glute, but you're also activating your adductor, which is gonna help those hips feel a lot better start off the week and from that workout, okay? Have fun with this, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.